Yeah, man. Just to continue that whole talk we was speaking on when we left the flight room and shit. Um, it's just like even speaking about demons and shit like that, or just spirits being around you. Like, it's always rooted in like the frequency that you live on. You know what I'm saying, or just the spirit or energy that you put out. So it's like, in the non-physical, there's energies always around us that are, like good people, bad people, good spirits, bad spirits, spirits that'll want to aid you, be on your side, be your friend, and then there's ones that want to hurt you. Like just as like there's evil niggas out here walking the street. You know what I'm saying? It's those bad spirits that surround you too. So it's like you attract the spirit based on the energy that you put out. So look, this is how I like to look at shit. Oh yeah, I don't even got my headphones on. Wait, hold on, give me 1 second.
But that ties into the negativity shit. Like people that jump on negativity and all that shit. That's how into that. Like people that feed
Yeah,
off
yeah,
negativity. Have you ever heard about
yeah. And there's spirits around you that feed off negativity. And yes, but go ahead.
I think it's a name for it, like archons. Ever heard that name? Archons? Okay,
I
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot about that, but I've
Right.
read like slightly. They're like energies that feed on your negativity, and they can kind of like program your mind and kind of manipulate your thoughts, and make you think that your thoughts are like they make you think that your thoughts are your thoughts, even though they're not. You know what I'm saying? Your thoughts, but it's the same thing with even spirits, and that was actually the point I was going to get to. So it's like basically what happens is like if you like let's say you are an angry person or whatever, right? And let's say there's another spirit that's just hovering around, you know what I'm saying? And let's say in the spirit, this is how I kind of like how I look at shit in my mind, like how I try to picture it, right? So let's say like you're a physical being, but you still, emanate light. So on the spiritual plane, you can still be like felt. You know what I'm saying? They can still sense your energy. So you're like a
Mhm.
light in their place, right? So it's like kind of like whatever frequency that spirit is on. So it's like you're like blinking. It's like kind of like you putting out that bat signal to other spirits
Mm.
in the spiritual plane that relate to that frequency, who are attached to that frequency, who are drawn to that frequency. Now you're attaching them to you. So now in order, because the reason those spirits didn't go move on to the physical life is because they were still stuck in that place. You know what I'm saying? So now they found a physical being where they can express feel those energy, feel what you feel physically, if that makes sense. Like they hijack you basically. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So back to that what we was talking about earlier, when somebody says I'm battling a demon, that's a real thing because you kind of attracted a demon through you, like whatever mental space you or energy that you put yourself in. Like it kind of like attracted a being that suggests. I know I'm going on a run on, but it's like they suggest thoughts and ideas to you in order to manipulate you to live out their need to like feed off whatever frequency that you gave that attracted them to you in the first place. It's almost like you become a host to like demonic spirits and shit sometimes. But you can also do the opposite. You can also do the opposite as well. So when we talking about people summoning spirits and shit, like yeah, you can like literally do that. You know what I'm saying? But you have to like, but you can also attract positive and good spirits too. So that's why it's like that. Why they talking about the laws of attraction, and when you put positivity, you get positive back because you attract good spirits on an unphysical level who make shit happen physically. To you know what I'm saying? It's like oh shit, positive. Oh, that's positive Joe. Like oh shit, let's go around him. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, positivity. You got like all these old happy ass spirits around your ass, like creating positivity because that's what you emanate. You know what I'm saying? And they're attracted to that. So that's what like kind of like when they say you manifest shit physically, it happens unphysically first, but you have to like be in that. You have to emanate it. You have to like shine that light. You know what I'm saying? In order to get that in order for those results. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's really what that should be like, literally. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy
Like
because
even
like
in
when
the Quran, it says we only see 4% of reality, like through our
mm-hmm.
physical senses. I think it says we only see 4% of what exists. So that just lets you know how much is going on around you. Like at the end of the day, us as humans, like we're like that. The like it's almost like how they say like light speeds up the faster the energy becomes light, the darker is like becomes more physical and slower, and matter is like the slower version of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah, that's just basically what it is. So it's like you happen after. It's like light has to slow down for you, but when you speed light up, the unphysical happens first. In order for the physical to happen, you have to slow down the light. You have to slow down the spirit. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. But yeah.
Yeah. And then like when you have that negativity, like holding on to you, don't they say it's a drag or you're a drag? Like ain't that like slowing down your like everything is slowing down your time is slowing down your energy.
Yeah,
Like you're a drag. This
yeah,
is a drag. Yeah. Even like on like a car or something, you put a drag to slow down and shit.
yeah. It's the same
Yeah.
shit. It's the
Hmm.
same exact thing.
You're
So
a
yeah,
drag.
that's literally what that shit is. But here's a question for you, right? So I was thinking about this shit. I was gonna pose this earlier, but so do you think Thanos actually had a point? You know what I'm saying? Like, was he really a bad guy? Like, I know he did a
Talking about like
like I know think about Thanos. I'm talking about his agenda, or I don't even want to say his agenda, his purpose.
like
Thanos is
cleansing.
like his purpose, like, huh?
You talking about like a
You said
cleansing
what?
type thing? A cleansing type
I
thing?
mean, yeah, I know it was fucked. But what I'm saying is, he said his purpose of doing that was because he saw that the people could not be saved, and he wanted to recreate peace on earth. You know what I'm saying? Like he actually said that his whole purpose of doing this was to create peace on earth. So it's
Yeah, I
like,
mean
if you
you
really
can say
look,
that, but it's not your choice. That's what make them evil.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
anybody's
yeah, yeah,
purpose to do so. It's not in your hands to do so. Like what makes you like I don't know. Like I think like ideas can get away from people and they can just do the extreme. But that's not his choice. Even though it sound right, that's not his choice to do so.
yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, actually, that's actually 100% accurate. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
was like, yeah, nigga, you might think you mean well, but nigga, like, it's not your decision. You know what I'm saying? To just take over to exterminate the planet. You know what I'm saying?
The universe. It
So
wasn't even the
yeah.
planet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And but it's so crazy about that whole story because it shows like the microcosm to the macrocosm. It's like for him to be like that shows how much big of a cancer he is to the world to think that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's just as bad as all those that he wanted to
Mhm.
exterminate. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, but that's like I guess that's the balance. That's like the ironic aspect to the whole shit. And he didn't realize that. You know.
Yeah. And then like even when he did the shit, when he sat on the hill, it's like I think he was like, what the fuck? He had the what the fuck moment. When he's like peeking out and like he was kind of like at peace, but at the same time he's like, what the fuck? That's a real ass movie, especially the
It was that shit was deep, man.
the
But it has so many different like so many levels.
Doctor Strange part. That's like he's like the catalyst to that movie. Doctor
Doctor
Strange,
Strange.
yeah, sacred
Yeah,
geometry. People don't talk about sacred geometry
yeah.
as they should.
But for real,
How
the
we see
one
everything.
movie. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying how you see in our logo right here, the sacred geometry, the Fibonacci sequence and all that
Sequence. Yeah.
ratio. You know about the golden ratio and all that, Tesla, the 369 and all that.
I not all the way, but I have like
Yeah,
bits and pieces here and
right.
there, shit like that.
369.
Yeah.
I think like when you
But
start paying attention to like numbers
oh,
and
go
stuff
ahead.
like that, you just see that shit all the time. When you start paying attention to numbers, you start seeing it more often.
I know. I was telling you. I mean, I told you that I went through that experience before when I was seeing numbers all the fucking time, and then I realized, like you said, the more you pay attention to them shits, the more you see them. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
But
like
that just goes to show that means that. Oh, go ahead.
what's even wilder, I feel like it'd be like shit talking to you through like those numbers. Like, yeah, you on the right track or you on the right path. You ever feel like that?
Yeah, yeah, of course. It's just coincidences. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes shit be happening in life that be like, all right, that was definitely a message from a higher. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like,
Right.
man, I don't even know how to explain. You know how like, have you ever like randomly seen somebody that you should not? It's like, how the fuck are you right here? You know what I'm saying? Like, have you ever just seen somebody that you don't even like? Why is that person here? Like, all right, clearly somebody. I don't know. But you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to say? It's like I feel like it's that like that kind of shit. Is like or just situations where just something you'll think about something and then 5 minutes later, boom, it happens. Or you'll be thinking about somebody, then the song will play on the radio as soon as you turn it on that remind you of the person, or
Or
just whatever that anything.
you think about somebody and they call you.
And they
That'd be
call you.
wild as shit.
You think
Yeah.
about somebody and they call you
Or
exactly,
text
shit
you or
like that.
something like that. Yeah.
You know, some exactly,
Yeah. That lets
exactly.
you know
Or they
we
call
tapped
you and they
in.
talk to you about some shit you was thinking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or some
You
shit like
tapped
that.
in. You be tapped in more than you know
Yeah,
it.
and but that's exactly, but that's what those numbers mean. It's confirmation. So to me, I take that as you need to start paying attention to your thoughts, your intentions, and your thoughts and your intentions. That's what that should start really means. It means you're tapped in. So that means you have to actually be aware of like everything you're doing. These shit. It's like your frequency is rising. You know what I'm saying? Like you're expanding beyond just seeing shit from just a 3D level. That's really what that shit means. You seeing beyond the surface. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, you seeing these coincidences now. Let's see other kinds of coincidences you can see. You know what I'm saying? It's like it goes just it's different from than just these numbers. You know, I'm telling you, nigga. Like I've been through these experiences. Like that's why. Like so when I start seeing the numbers and I start be like, okay, what if I do this? And then this shit will happen. I'll be like, all right, universe, tell me this. Nigga, I'm not lying. That's why I
It,
say this with so much
I
confidence
come
because I really experienced it. But go ahead though.
I want to like master that shit like when in like the dream state, like when you be like realizing you dreaming, like I want to like take control of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But nigga, I've been able to do that since I was a kid though. I like and that's why when people used to be like,
I
"How
just
you
be
do
so
that?"
wild.
I'd
I
be like,
can't
"For
even.
real?" I thought that shit was regular, nigga. Like when I was a kid, I used to be aware that I was in my dreams, and I used to like intentionally wake myself up in my dreams like on purpose. As I promise you, I used to do this shit since I was a kid. Even to this day, I still do that shit. Like I'd be aware that I'd be asleep, and in my dreams, I'd be like, "I'm dreaming right now." Obviously, not every time, but some dreams that be very vivid. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be like really aware. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that shit is crazy. That shit is wild.
Yeah,
But I'm telling you, you can do. Anybody can do this shit, man. It's just all about setting an intention,
I be
and
wanting
then
to.
like,
I just
but I'm
can't do
saying,
this.
but everybody can do this shit. All you have to do is set an intention, and then literally like look like literally this is what it is. You have to set an intention to have an open mind that you will get what you set forth to. But you have to be open that it will come through any doors and all possibilities. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like you can't discriminate. You have to have complete faith that the universe will give you what you want. And it's like you literally it's like a form of fearlessness. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like not through on some like, big, bad, tough, but fearlessness, like within the fact that you know that the universe has your back 100%. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of look at life like that. You have to look at the world. You have to wake up with that faith every day. You know what I'm saying? And every day you hold on to that energy and shit. It's literally like you have to hold a frequency, nigga. Like it's a frequency, but it's hard to hold on to that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta hold on to shit. And I'm telling you, you will see like shit like just confirmations and you know what I'm saying, and synchronicities. You'll just start to see them shits, and then that just gives you confirmation to keep being positive and keep, you know what I'm saying, yeah, just being positive. That's really what that shit is rooted in. Positivity, setting intention, and being open minded that your answer, whatever you want, will come through all possibilities. Simple as that. I'm telling you, that
Yeah,
shit works. Yeah. I'm telling you.
it's just crazy
But
because
yeah, that shit crazy.
real
But the thing
time.
is, that same that same shit we talking about, niggas use that for bad too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's kind of like the Hollywood and witchcraft and all that shit. So like that's what they use that shit for. You know what I'm saying? That same shit we talking about, but they use it to manipulate people.
The numbers.
You know?
Yeah. I remember that I was reading about the shit about Foreigner 2. You know what happened last year with the Foreigner?
With the who?
I read like last year was about 4s and 2s. And then remember Jackie Robinson? They moved Jackie Robinson Day 4-2.
Yeah, and actually I heard that Chadwick Boseman, his birthday is actually really he's actually really died when he was 42, and they lied about that shit. They actually
Yeah,
changed it.
Like, yeah, it's fishy, just like
Yeah,
the
these
Kobe
numbers. I
drop.
mean, and even the Kobe, like all these numbers have significance. Numbers, you know, the hold energy. You know what I'm saying?
The Chadwick John is
And a
weird
lot of
because like he was in a movie called 42, and they moved Jackie Robinson Day. You know what I mean? To that day. You know what I'm saying? It had no business being on that day. How you move a holiday?
Just because one guy passed, right? An actor died. Like, how does he? Like, who is Chadwick Boseman?
No. He moved it right before he died, so he got a chance to speak.
I mean, but either way, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But it seemed like it was specifically for him. But he's just an actor. He's not like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he wasn't like, he was an actor. Like, I don't understand why. So that just goes to show that this shit is scripted, nigga. This shit is scripted.
I hope I'm wrong, but it seems strange as fuck. I don't like being like, you know, guessing. But yeah, here's some of the 33s I've seen in the last week on like every time this should pop up on my phone. Like, look at this. 33 missing children. Daily news. This is on my phone. Vaccines explained. 33 executive actions. This is all like, this is not fake news. This is like mainstream news, which is fake news. Like, what's the message? 33 U.S. states.
This is all today or whatever, the same day?
This is the last week. And 2 of them was the same day. The last 2 I
posted. So definitely there's a signal being sent out.
Right. On this one too. 33 million euros.
Yep, yeah. Some going on right now. Behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Right. Jeff Bezos stepping down. Yeah, some strange shit.
All in
remember
the same
last year?
Week,
last year all the CEOs stepped down? And then Tesla stepped down before
same time.
Yeah.
At the same time, right? So, but remember, they all stepped down right before like COVID hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the fuck is coming up? Why would Jeff? And it's funny because like everybody be kind of like talking about like Jeff Bezos, like super billionaire. You know, it's like, why would he step down? You know, from all that.
Right. Like what's after this?
Because you would think it has to be a better opportunity or more money after that shit, right? Like why would he do that? That makes no sense.
Elon Musk just surpassed Bill Gates, right? Or Jeff Bezos as richest man, but he stepped down like a year and a half ago. So is that the key to like amassing like super wealth? Like what's the like loophole around that shit? How are they obtaining super wealth when they step down from companies?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to like trade more or something like that? I think you gotta do something with that.
I have no idea.
Are you allowed to trade more? I think you're allowed to trade more, like on your company, or allowed to gain. I don't know. You know, I was thinking the other day though, like you know, like all these posts I be sending about Bill Gates, like Bill Gates has a patent on coronavirus. Bill Gates, like if you like scratched out Bill Gates' name, like on all his headlines, and put like I don't know, like a movie villain like Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor gets patent on coronavirus. Lex Luthor buys most farmland in the United States. Lex Luthor, you know,
I know what you're saying.
Killed X amount of people in Somalia. Exactly, he sound like a fucking movie villain, right?
I know exactly what you mean. But look, right, and the thing is, he can get away with because it's like, oh, he looks like a nerd. He's so inconspicuous.
Right. He wears a nice
you know what I'm saying?
sweater.
Like nobody's gonna actually look at this nigga like he's like a threat. And you know,
Yeah,
so even the idea that like Bill Gates is like, you know, menacing fucking, you know, well, I don't even know
Nazi
what word to say.
eugenics.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
behind the scenes would be crazy to a lot of people, but it's, it's
like
like if you look at it in real life,
it's
I
like
mean not in real life.
psychopaths
If you
got
look
like
at like you said,
PR teams.
yeah, but yeah, that too. But even if you look at that shit, like you were just saying earlier, from like a movie perspective, like Jeff Bezos is like a character in Batman. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Fucking
right, right,
Bill Gates is a character in Batman. Like niggas don't
right.
be like looking at these niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people be looking at, oh no, and it's so funny because even in like Batman and all that shit, like those niggas is
Damn.
looked at as like good guys to the people. You know what I'm saying? But like
Mm-hmm.
tell me how many movies you've seen and where the politician, the big time businessman,
Just fuck
XYZ
over
is
the hero.
always like loved by the people, but like an asshole behind the scenes. Like that shit happens all the fucking time. So what makes
Or
you think
even
real
the
life is
politicians fuck over the real hero.
Yeah, exactly, and a lot of that shit is inspired by real life, nigga. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, did you ever see that shit on that movie, that series that came out on Netflix maybe like maybe like 3 years ago? That joint called The Get Down.
Oh, with the and
It was
Queens.
about like when the hip hop was founded.
Yeah, and Queens.
Yeah, but you remember how the one dude, the Spanish dude that was from like the hood, but he was like the poverty pimp, and he was like going around like, oh, I'm for the people, this, that, and the third, but he was like really getting over on the people and shit. Like nigga, that's real life. You know what I'm saying? That shit happens every day. You know.
I mean, yeah.
So I mean, it's just an example. That's just an example. And you know, we even talk about shit like Scandal. Like I feel like all these shows be letting you know how shit really is. Like
Yeah.
I don't think they be like why would and they make in the movies they make it seem like the niggas that you supposed to trust every day are evil fucking people. Like why would they want to tell you that in movies?
Have you ever seen Tron? I was watching that the other day.
Tron, I don't think so.
Oh damn! I wish P was in this jump. Yeah, I want to break that down. Me and
Yeah,
P.
I'm not much of the movie guy. I
You
ain't
got
gonna
to watch
lie.
Tron.
I'm not a
That's
movie guy.
like I think it was like 2009 or 10 or some shit. Yeah, you got to
Wait,
watch that.
it was like a cartoon, right?
I think back in the day it was, but
Tron,
they like yeah, it's like a I
like
want
a
to say
3D joint.
it came out in 3D when it first came out, but I think it's like I don't know who made it. It might be Disney, but it's like super. I don't know.
True.
It's probably like Spielberg jump for real. But yeah, a lot of analogies. Also, Blade Runner. If you ever seen Blade Runner.
Yeah, I think we if I'm not
Oh,
mistaken, I think we had to do like a paper on that shit in college and shit.
on Blade Runner.
Like, wasn't that a book too? Blade Runner was a book too, I think, right?
But I'm not talking about the Harrison Ford jump. I'm talking about
Yeah,
the
that's what
Ryan
I'm thinking
Gosling.
about.
Yeah, talking
No, I
about
ain't see
Ryan.
that joint. I ain't see that
Harrison
shit.
Ford was both, as a matter of fact. But speaking
Yeah, I ain't see
about
that shit.
movies, you know how you always talk about Ready Player One. Have you tried like
Yeah.
an Oculus? Like these Oculus
Oh,
that are
who?
out right now? Oculus,
The
like that
Alex?
Oculus,
Nah,
like that
nah,
technology.
Oculus.
Yeah,
What is it?
nigga. Like like how like PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 is trying to get that virtual reality shit. You know the Oculus?
Nah.
All right, I'll pull it up.
Oh, you talking about the little joint that like you put on top of your PlayStation or some shit, and it like records you or something?
Yeah, and it's like 3D. That's
It like
that's
makes a 3D version of you or some shit,
but you're like in it. You just put it over your face.
and it puts you in the video game immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit, I ain't never heard of that shit. But I mean, I heard of the joint where you can put your face on
Oculus
like a
2.
creative player.
No,
I
no,
heard
no.
of
I'm
that.
talking
That's
about.
what you're talking about. Like it put actually you in the joint.
I'm trying to find a good sample. Like people
Oh yeah, so I
make
guess I
so
see
much
what you're
money
saying
off
as
of
far as when we talking about
fucking
Ready Player One type shit.
yeah, man. I put that shit on today. That shit's crazy. I want one.
Man, hey, yeah, see, but look, I'm telling you. All right, all
I
right.
play a little
So what
boxing
you
jump.
think? Because we always talk about this shit, but like all this like cancel culture shit and all this like Twitter and like how everybody just be so offended nowadays. Like do you think and because of social media, like even how they got like cyberbullying and shit with kids and shit, and people like might have like you might have a bad fucking moment that happened in your life that before the phone age, you know what I'm saying? Or you might seen some fucked up shit that happened. It was like will never be recorded. But like nowadays, niggas be having like fucked up shit that'll live on the internet forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Mm.
do you ever think it'll get to a point where like niggas will literally rather live through a fucking Oculus character or some shit rather than
Yeah, because
live
you
in
can
the
like,
real world because
especially if you
niggas just be hating like this
yeah.
whole conversation talking about negativity and all that shit. Like, do you think the hate like niggas are will like the human race will become such a level of haters? Well, niggas will rather live through a fucking avatar. Like, do you ever think it'll get that bad? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, a lot of people can't take the shit because they never had it like in real. Damn. Okay, yeah, because like people not getting that interaction right now, so everything's over the internet. Nobody has their like you're not showing your expressions when you in front of people when you have your mask on, so you can't read them as well. So like people don't
Mm-hmm.
you're not building that mental like thickness that you know what I mean that self defense shit. Like we used to Jonah on each other like all time, like back then. So like you're building like a thickness. Like you can take a joke, but now like everything is like they going for
Yeah,
the
I know what
neck.
you're saying.
Yeah, they going for the neck over the internet. Like everything you say is like tear down this person, bitch, fuck you, and then everybody like. Yeah, he's right. Yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Like people can like co-sign.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you going on people, people can co-sign and shit. So yeah, like if you want to like um if you want to control like your outcome at every moment, yeah, people gonna go to that Oculus life,
Exactly.
that Ready Player One shit. Where you can control your outcome, like you don't have to encounter negative situations because you don't want to face you don't want to face the music, as they say.
That's
Yeah,
some yeah, exactly. I think it'll eventually it could possibly get to that point. And like you
it's
said,
like fucking soft.
that'll make somebody want to live through an avatar. You know, make somebody not want to live through especially like right now while we not getting all this human interaction and shit. And the longer that shit goes on, I definitely do believe that there will be less empathy for others. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna stop looking at people as people. And
It's
even
fucked up.
nowadays, I mean, we had this conversation before, but it's just like, just being close to other people. People gonna start looking at you as a threat, just standing close to them. You know.
Yeah,
And it's like
because like,
funny. Do you ever watch like
how do we
old
go back?
videos or like shit?
How
Hmm?
do we go back? How do we go back? Like niggas, all of a sudden people gonna have they not gonna have their mask, and then you're not gonna remember like when we was kids and we was drinking out of like water hoses and shit, and we was fucking, you know what I mean? Our hands was dirty and we was eating fucking potato chips and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people are never
We're
gonna go
not gonna
back.
remember that shit.
Yeah, because we are
I mean, not
programmed.
gonna
Like, you know
remember.
what I mean? Germs are good
It's
for
not gonna
you.
go back to that
Dirt
shit.
is germs and dirt was good for you. I mean you keep it clean, but like building that immune system, especially for
I know
like
what
the
you're
little
saying.
kids, especially for little kids, you gotta build that immune system. Yeah,
Nah, I agree 150%.
I think there's no going back for this is like the most strangest times. There's no going back for where we're heading.
It's not, man. This shit is weird, but it is a lot of people who just can't wait to like go back to some sort of like normalcy and shit. And and then also what I will say is like there's certain places like I told you when I went to Ocean City, like niggas was not wearing fucking masks out there, nigga. Like
I'm hip.
but the way it seemed, but it was like niggas wasn't on some like it was like people were like kind of like
Oh my
there was
gosh.
no fear, like niggas was acting mad regular out that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't really no awkwardness out there. Like nobody was really wearing masks on the beach. It was crazy.
Yeah, and I mean people like I don't know, and that was a while ago. So how you think it is now? You think it's the same?
Yeah, that
How
was a
Ocean
while
City?
ago. Now I don't know.
It might have been programmed.
I mean, but don't you have you gone out? Do you go out? I mean, have
I haven't been on the brick.
I mean, I
It's
know
been
everybody be wearing masks, but when I go out and about, I don't be getting this sense that like,
it's
people
life
just
or
be
death.
all scared. I mean,
Yeah. Remember
yeah, I
when the
don't
shit
get that. I
first
don't get
started? We
the
had gloves and shit on. We had gloves and masks and like people was for real. They was
people all
bundled
that
up.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Now it's
still
more
see
lax.
some people with
That's
gloves
why
on
it feel funny to me because it feel lax.
because
And then that
people
stat I
aren't
said,
aren't aren't.
hold on, the stat I said, I was like, and if you go to the CDC website and you go
Yeah,
2018 deaths, right? 2018 deaths has more deaths than 2020 deaths. So yeah,
nah,
that's
you're 150% right though. You're
it's the
150%
same.
right.
It's more deaths in 2018. It's just because people put Corona on top of the shit. And I'm sorry if people, you know what I mean, had, loved ones that fell victim to Corona or whatnot, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm just looking at the
Oh,
numbers.
and I mean, I agree with that 100%. All it's just perspective, like creating and shit. But another thing I was going to say that I forgot to say back when we was talking about like the Ready Player One shit. I also think because of people like living through like what will make people want to live through an Oculus character. What I'm seeing with my eyes, I really do believe that it's a lot of niggas out here who are like kind of like afraid to think for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mhm.
feel like because of that, what I'm saying? It's like you feel more comfortable just living through a character. Like I almost feel like I see niggas in real time living through characters. You know what I'm saying? Like put it like this. Like this is what I mean. Like I watch YouTube niggas on YouTube. We got our YouTube channel. We have our opinions. We give our perspectives. But I see certain niggas on YouTube where you can tell it's like, okay, I'm not going to go against the grain, or I'm not going to like keep it real because I don't want to lose my following type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see the narrative being molding niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like I see people, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh shit, at this time I have to say this because if I don't, I could potentially lose followers. So it's like this, common perspective that a lot of people have, but you can tell that like, what I'm saying, it's more out of a fear of losing their position rather than, them just, being pure and speaking from their heart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like I'm not going to go against the grain of society because I could potentially lose my following. You know what I'm saying? Which it's almost like which can niggas continue to put out more lies upon more lies because the people like being lied to. If that makes sense. You
All
know.
right, all right. What do you think is worse? People lying to get a following or people lying to keep a following?
That's a good question because I mean, if you lying to get a following, you gotta keep the lie up, right? If you lying to get a following, you gotta keep that shit
Okay,
up.
what if you never lied and then you realize you can't live without the following, so you start to lie to keep the following? That makes sense.
Yeah, but I see that every day, nigga. That's basically what they call
Okay.
selling out. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what they call that shit. But yeah, nigga. I mean, I feel like I see that shit, man, a lot. Because to me, we all have our own perspectives and outlooks on life, and then the world and the universe and shit. But when everybody's sticking to the same script, that shit just feel phony to me. Like everybody
Mm,
got the same idea, same perspective. Like, and this is what I mean. It's like the bigger the following, the more common the perspective these niggas have. You know what I'm saying? It's like kind of crazy. It's like niggas seem to be more individualistic the smaller they following and shit like that. Then all of a
mm.
sudden it's like, oh, now you're saying the same shit the nigga on MTV said, what the same nigga on ABC said, the same nigga on Sports Center said, the same nigga on NBC said. Like it's like all y'all all saying the same shit. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. Like that's evidence of an agenda being pushed. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. That should be obvious.
Hmm. Yeah. And then, oh damn, I wish I had that graphic where it breaks down like all the media companies and how it's like one big umbrella. Damn,
Oh,
I
that shows like the top and then like how they all
yeah,
are
it'd be
connected
like
and shit. I think I
yeah, it'd be
seen
like
that joint. Yeah.
Viacom, BT, MTV, all that, and it'd be like Turner Classic, CBS, all that, and then it'd be Fox, this, and then be HBO. You know what I mean? It just like it break, and then one big
Okay,
umbrella,
then. So
Time Warner, all
exactly.
that.
So, but they all getting their message from the top from the same source. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
one
And then they
umbrella.
all get so think about it. So then, this is how vicious these niggas are. Like, nigga, think about this shit. Like, you at home watching fucking TV, and you like your 8 favorite shows from 8 different channels, but and then you watching it, and then on AB, on channel one they saying the whatever fucking agenda's being pushed. Then you turn to channel two, and they saying the same shit. Turn to channel three, same shit. And then your mind, you sitting there thinking like, oh, I'm watching a variety of different things, not knowing that your brain that you're being brainwashed and programmed. You know what I'm saying? And you thinking that you're not being programmed because you're watching different shit, not knowing that you being fed this information from the same source. You know what I'm saying? And be controlling niggas' minds just like that. You know, man, it was this movie I seen back in the day, and I forgot the name of the movie. I want to say this shit came out in like the early 90s, 91, 92, 93, some shit like that. Please, I hope you've seen this movie because I couldn't tell you what it's called. But I just remember watching this movie, and it was a scene where it was like a guy who was sitting on the couch watching TV, and like he was like going into the TV shows, right? But it was like he was in the TV shows, but every TV show was like dark, but it was like, so it'd be like some evil shit happening in the TV show, but it would show the audience laughing, like ha ha ha, ha, you know what I'm saying, in the background. So I just remember that movie always sticking to me, and it just make me think about modern day, where it's like, you seeing some fucked up shit, and then you being just like desensitized to it, and you being taught to laugh at certain things, which are like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's it's almost like though that Illuminati shit, where it's like they telling you this is regular, but it's not regular. They're telling you this is good, but it's not good type shit. Like, something like that. But I
I
don't
know they
know.
had that one kid show. You ever seen it? It was like, damn, like, shit. Katie used to watch this shit. I don't know. I forgot the name of shit. Something
A
Falls.
Nickelodeon show.
Yeah, it was like
What
something
show?
falls. Gravity Falls or some shit like that.
I have no idea.
Hold on, man. And they used to use a lot of, cause like I remember like I was watching a video and the kid was like, "That's Illuminati." I was like, "What?"
You said what?
Like I was watching like a YouTube like conspiracy theory video, and then he walk in the room. He's like, "That's Illuminati." Like, what you know about Illuminati? He's like, "It's on the show Gravity Falls." I think that's that shit called. It's like a cartoon. They be showing like
Yeah, I feel like
Illuminati.
I heard it.
Yep, it's on Disney.
I feel like I heard about it. But it's so funny
He
because
just said
you don't
Illuminati
ever
like
think like,
yeah, this
huh?
damn, okay, yeah. I even like I should look this fucking like show up because like it definitely says Illuminati like all the time. Even like the main character is like a little pyramid.
Oh yeah, okay.
This
But
show is
you don't think
wild.
that shit is programming?
This is the wildest
Don't
of
you
wild.
think it's like preparing kids like for that shit? What's coming in the future to make like all that shit seem normal and regular?
This is called Gravity Falls. And I was just telling Brian Gravity on me shit. I keep fucking trying to download the wrong. Here we go. It's a little graphics. Like, look how much shit they use in this joint. It's called Gravity Falls.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out why though.
Yeah, but you see this dude in the middle? It's like one of the main characters. Yeah.
But like why? But why? That's the thing, but like why are they putting this shit in kids? Like, you know what I'm saying?
This is a Disney show.
But for real, I mean, if you really look back, you'll see this shit in a lot of like music videos. Like even all the way back to like the '80s and shit. They used to have like all that little occultic, symbolism and shit, or occult symbolism.
You see this shit? This is like the main character, him, and he got a top hat.
Yeah, but like I said, but why though? That's the thing.
I know.
Because like I said, because I'd be looking at shit like they pre-programming these kids for something.
That's what I said when he said it. I was like, "What? Why are you like saying that word?"
Because I swear I never heard that word when we was young. I don't think so. But Tupac used to say that shit.
He's like
Or he used to say
Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Tupac was like, but Tupac stance on like Illuminati was like that shit is like some weak shit. Like, don't believe in Illuminati.
What you mean?
He used to say like, because remember, like he was locked up in New York, right? So, like the gods on the earth, like that whole.
Oh yeah, I heard. I know.
Like Jay Electronica, Jay Electronica. So like he used to say like he was locked up with them. He was like, oh, if you know the distance between here and the moon or some shit like that. You know what I mean? The heavens and stuff. He's like, then bust this lock right now. He didn't believe in none of that shit for real.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, he want to kill all that like Illuminati talk. Like he's like, I want to kill that shit. Like I don't want to talk about that shit. You know what I mean? It's us. You know what I mean? And that's it. He ain't like. I don't think he like believed in.
What do you mean it's us and us? What do you mean it's us and that shit? Like who? Like who? Who's us?
Like he don't think it's like a grand scheme like conspiring against us.
So if who was he speaking out against then?
But he's saying he was talking about like us, like if we saying like Illuminati and you know what I mean, it's like a certain agenda to keep us down. He thought like that was like a negative thought. He thought like that's just like pointing a finger at the boogeyman instead of us just like doing what we gotta do. That's what a video that I seen. That's how he explained the shit.
Oh, true. Well, I'm definitely not mad at that one. I ain't mad at that shit at all.
But at the same time, like, what happened to him?
Say what?
What happened to him?
I don't know. But
think some street shit or I
mean, I don't know. See, like from my perspective, the whole Tupac situation, it just seemed like Tupac was a very like just
he was too open and
different type of nigga.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about like his whole like where he came from. Like the nigga was a performing arts student. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was like a dancer. You know, this nigga was very eloquent. You know what I'm saying? Very, very well spoken. You know what I'm saying? This nigga was an artist. Like, you know what I'm saying? All kinds of just creative genius. You know what I'm saying? At a very young age, right? The nigga was just a creative. That's what they would call a creative. Phenomenal actor, right? So it's like, all right, now he ends up in LA. And then because remember, I know you saw that video of him when he was like 17.
Because he's from the Bay Area too, right? He's not from LA. He's from the Bay Area.
I thought he's from New York, from what I thought. He originally from New York, though.
When he went to Cali, he's from the Bay Area, right?
Oakland.
Right, that's the Bay Area.
I think that's where he was at, yeah.
Yeah, so for him to get to the Bay Area to LA, like isn't that like that's like DC to Baltimore for real?
What do you mean like the Bay to compare to LA?
That's how they treat the shit. Like LA people really don't rock with Bay Area people like that. That's like the difference in California cities and shit. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I just
peeped. Yeah, But I mean, I don't know. I just think his whole story is just very like was that nigga a plant? Do you think this nigga was like a plant? You know what I'm
I'll never
saying?
be thinking about this shit till you say the shit, and then when you break it down like that,
I
oh,
mean, it's just something to think about. I'm not putting it on him. I don't know nothing. It's just something to think about because it's just his story just seems very just like think about it. It's like this nigga just think this here. Hear this out. Nigga was like a performance art student, right? And like right goes to LA first. He was a
yeah,
performance art student first. You know what I'm saying? Nigga went to LA. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was a rapper. He was a
hey, but
dancer. Still performing arts. Hold on. Let me just get. And I'm not necessarily
you
saying
say
just because you
dancer, that shit sound.
performing.
That shit is like say dancer, turn us down all the way down. All right, go ahead.
Am I saying it like in a negative way? I don't think I'm saying that. When I say that, because I was about to say that when I'm not insulting like
All
being
right.
it like the, you know the
I mean, yeah, niggas be
because
dancing. All right.
he's a art yeah niggas dance ain't nothing wrong with that shit. But anyway, so look right so he goes from there. Then he gets caught up in all that street shit. But then at the same time, this nigga's still a rapper, right? You know what I'm saying? Nigga's still an actor.
Actor,
You know what I
amazing
mean?
actor.
Amazing actor. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Was he also an actor off the screen too?
Mm. You know who said that? Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans said Tupac was a method actor.
What does he mean by that?
Because remember Marlon Wayans played in Above the Rim
Above the
with him.
rim.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he said, "Oh, Marlon Wayans was in like a interview like a while ago. He was like, oh yeah, Tupac. He was like, that was my man. He was a method actor though. Like, what is
So
Marlon
what's
Wayans?
a method actor? What is that?
Like, you know, like how an actor will get too deep into his character and
Oh, he
like think,
becomes the character.
yeah, that's a method actor.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying because you know, like I said, he started out as like an actor. You know what I'm saying? Became rapper, still a performer. You know what I'm saying? Still like the nigga's been performed. Like never. Like when was he not performing? You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just I don't. He been to too many different cities and was out there. It's just I don't think he's acting at a certain point. So at a certain point, it stopped becoming the act and start being yeah. This how I got moved to be in this situation. So he could have been acting to a certain point, maybe, and then maybe he developed
no,
into
okay, but and then you also got to look at it. Okay, here's another joint, right? Remember, he wasn't just born a regular nigga. You remember saying where's his background, the
yeah,
family he come from?
Black
You
Panthers.
see
Like
what I'm saying?
how many
Exactly.
rappers
So that's
are
what
from Black Panthers? What's that
Kanye,
echo?
Kanye,
Oh yeah. Oh, his father
Kanye's father was a Black Panther. Yeah.
and his father's from Silver
Hmm.
Spring.
Oh, I didn't know that for real.
He spent Kanye will tell you he spent the summers in Silver Spring.
Wow, that's crazy. I had no idea. But that makes
You ain't know
sense. You know
that?
how that makes sense because he said he bought his first NPC at Chuck Levin's in Wheaton.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. I was like, how did he know about Chuck Levin's? You know what
I
I'm
wouldn't
saying?
even like I wouldn't even figure if Kanye got his style from Silver Spring because we be out here. You know what
You say you think so?
I'm saying like it's diverse. You
Yeah.
probably fuck with. Did you see New Balance post that the Joan in the City where it say it's like New Balance made DC style. They got like a billboard to shut that
Oh, for
whole
real?
shit down. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, like I said, Tupac. Like who knows? Tupac might have already had like an agenda the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And then got caught up. You know. I mean, because like I said, the nigga, like he was a black. He was a Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if like when he was born, like he knew he had a job to do type shit. Like he was already put on a mission from a young age type shit. And then he got caught up in Hollywood, and then got caught up in that gangbanging shit.
Yeah, but I think it's probably I don't know. There's probably so many.
Because what I'm saying is he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to go down that path at all. That's what I'm saying. Like even like Tupac could have been the toughest nigga of all time, and he still didn't have to do none of that street shit. He didn't have to go down that path because the nigga had all kinds of gifts. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I feel like he got caught up in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga had absolutely no reason to do none of that shit. Nigga was a performance arts kid first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that's Kanye right here.
You said Kanye?
Yep.
From where?
Hold on. Audio.
What are you talking about? His father?
No.
Are you talking about when you say he used to stay in Silver Spring? Okay, I ain't never seen this shit.
Of course, shout it out Tacoma Park, Rockville, places that seemed very dear to your heart because you did spend some time here.
Tacoma Park, Rockville.
I grew up out there. This is where I learned how to play ball. This is where I really got,
Okay.
because I'm coming from.
That's what's up.
We were just a little bit behind DC, and I remember my friend Aubrey that stayed in the same complex that my dad stayed in. You know, I'm coming. I had, I guess what they was calling me was like a Bama or something like that.
I love this song. Why don't you smile more, man?
You know, I had the heavy D or the Big Daddy Kane high top and the heavy D steppers on and the merry-go-round, you know, rayon shirt and everything. Right, yeah, and then my boy was like, that we don't do that. We do Jordans with like Jabot shorts and polos. Yeah. And that moment is the reason why on the college dropout, you know, I was really heavy like Ralph Lauren at that time. And also when I came
that
back
makes so much sense now.
You already start asking me all these questions. Where you get that from? Where you get that from?
That makes so much sense now.
I've always been in the clothing and just the art of the way clothes are put together since I was really little. But I like that feeling of people like not knowing where I got it from, and that's part of what made me the style. I don't want to say icon, but a person that pushes style so much.
So moving on to style and fashion,
so basically I'm saying I got my swag from out here, basically.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, he had to revisit it too, though.
That's great.
How long ago was this?
If you work in a team, you should be using Monday.com. It's a platform to manage any team and any.
That's what's up. I never knew that shit. Learn something new every day. But it makes sense now. Now that shit makes so much fucking sense.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep. I mean, shit.
How did we even get to that point?
And then we like, how we get to that? I don't even know. I think like New Balance.
I don't remember.
Was it New Balance?
New Balance.
Oh yeah, because I said
it was something about else.
I said New Balance. I said New Balance like finally admitted the shit. Because you remember it's like a debate, like who started shit, was like Philly or Harlem, DC.
Oh, New Balance and Air Maxes was us. Easy. All day.
And foams and Nike boots. So like everybody.
I didn't even mean to say Air Maxes. I meant to say foam posits and Nike boots. Yeah, you're right. And New Balances. Yeah. Shit, we might have even had the Air Max game down.
This Kanye on the red line. Don't look like the red line. They still got them seats. They still got them seats.
Look at Kanye on the train.
on the red line. Yep.
Nigga was getting off at Wheaton Station.
Yep. Forest Glen.
That's right where he was at.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. I had no idea, man. But like I said, he said he bought his first NPC at the Chuck Levins in Wheaton, so it makes all the sense in the world now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember when I read that joint, I was like, that shit don't even make no sense. I was like, why was he over here? That don't make sense. That only makes sense.
Yeah, man. I don't want to find that shit.
Oh, you about to put some up?
Yeah. How New Balance. It's a DC thing.
Well, who said that? This is another Kanye joint.
New Balance.
Oh, New Balance is gonna say that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let me see that.
From the horse's mouth.
With and phone pods.
Here we go. Nah, phone pod. I mean, they need to come out and say that shit.
I feel like we definitely like New Balance, phone posits,
Nike
fucking
boots.
and Nike boots. Definitely was us, without a doubt.
Here we go. Boom.
All right, there you go. That's all you need. All right, at least they was there. At least they kept it real.
Right.
No more needs to be said.
They said it.
They did that. They said that.
Yep.
Look, it said even New Balance said that at the top.
And that's just the 990s, because we moved on to the 991s, 992s. There's some mean 994s out there. Yeah, we did that shit. Yeah, already. But yeah, this been a good informative
First time two-man show too.
I felt like we had to,
but
because that's how we ended the Flight Room podcast. But yeah,
the continue.
this is our commitment. Yep, to the truth.
The people want more. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna leave y'all hanging. I know y'all. You know what I'm saying? Wanted to see what we was getting into. So
the truth.
It's a service.
Yep. Anytime. And join us with the Overtime. Join us with the Flight Room podcast live stream. Hit our link tree. Scan this QC. All our
we got Overtime merch coming soon too. Overtime merch coming soon.
And this is also on the link tree.
But yeah, that's Flight Room 5th quarter stuff.
See y'all.
Peace.